Hi, you guys. I hope you are having a good day and I hope that you are being kind and respectful to your sub. Make sure that you are not causing any problems or that you're not being a distraction for the other students around you. Today's lesson is going to be a short little review lesson about the coordinate plane, and then you guys are going to be graphing a mystery picture. Okay, you're going to be graphing a Christmas picture, and I'm not actually going to tell you what it is. It's a surprise. So, when we talk about the coordinate plane is a two-dimension surface formed by two number lines. One number line is horizontal, and it is called the x-axis. The other number line is vertical, and it is called the y-axis. And these two axes meet at a point called the origin. And the reason that we use the coordinate plane in math is we can use it to locate points, we can use it to graph points, we can use it to graph lines and more. There's lots of application for the coordinate plane. So you can see that I have put an image of the coordinate plane here in your video. This axis right here, the one that moves left to right, that line is a horizontal line. That is called the x-axis. The axis that moves up and down is vertical, okay, this line is vertical, and that one is called the y-axis. And the x-axis and the y-axis, those intersect each other at this point right here, and the point of where those two axes intersect each other, we call that the origin. Okay. Now, the coordinate plane gives us a way of locating points or graphing points, and that's the thing that we're going to be working on today. So, when you locate a point, each point has a certain address. It's kind of like your house address, okay? So, when we think about addresses, the addresses of homes always come with your house number first, and then the street that you live on, okay? When we think about the address of a point, it's always the x coordinate first and then the y coordinate, okay? So points are always listed as the x first and then the y. So if I put a point right here, to get to that location, we would start at the origin, and to get to that location, we have to move 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces to the right. Now that's 4 spaces on the x-axis, so our x-coordinate would be a 4. And then we have to move up 1, 2, 3 spaces on the y-axis. So the location of that point would be 4, 3. Okay, so let's go ahead and find the location of another point. Let's say I put a point right here, okay, at -3, +1. So the way that we would list the address for this point is we start at the origin. We have to figure out how we move on the x-axis first to get to the point, and then we put how we move on the y-axis to get to the point. Okay, so from the origin to get to this point right here, we'd have to move 1, 2, 3 to the left. So that means we have to go on the x-axis, -3. And then we have to move from the -3, we move up 1. So on the y-axis, we're moving up to 1. So the location of this point right here would be -3, 1. To the left 3, up 1. Okay. Now, when we talk about the coordinate plane, when the x and the y-axis intersect each other, they form 4 quadrants. Okay, so let's talk about the quadrants, and it's really important to know which quadrant points are in. So this quadrant right here is called quadrant number 1. This quadrant right here is called quadrant number 2. This quadrant right here is called quadrant number 3, and this quadrant right here is called quadrant number 4. Now, any of the points in quadrant 1 are going to have a positive x. They're also going to have a positive y, okay? And then any of the points in quadrant 2, those ones would have a negative x and a positive y. Any of the points in quadrant 3 would have a negative x and a negative y, because to get to a point in quadrant 3, you have to move to the left and then down. And then in quadrant 4, the x is going to be positive and the y is going to be negative. Okay, so I'm just going to plot some points, 1 point in each of these quadrants, and we're going to work on listing the location for that point, listing its ordered pair. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and label this point A. Now, point A is found at 2 to the right and 3 up. So the location of point A would be 2, 3. Point B, okay, to get to point B from the origin, we have to, so this is A, okay, and then B, we have to count to the left 5. So on the x-axis, we move to the left 5, and then up 2, so 2 on the y-axis. So the location of point B is to the left 5, up 2. So its ordered pair is negative 5, 2. Okay, if we list the location of point C from the origin, we're moving to the left 1, and then we are moving down 2. And then for point D, the location for point D is to the right 2, and then down 4. Okay, so that's how we locate points on the coordinate plane, locate and label points. Now, what you're going to be doing on your assignment today is you're going to be doing a mystery picture, okay? The instructions look like this. So this right here tells you where you're going to start. So you're going to plot the points in the order that they are in this list. And then when you get to the stop, that means you are connecting all of these points to each other, and then right in the order that you plot them, and then you're going to stop, and then your new start would be a new line on the picture, okay? So let's go ahead and just look at how this is going to work. So for the first point, we're going to go, it says -4, +12. So from the origin, we're going to go to -4, and then we're going to go up to 12, and we're going to put a point right there. Okay, and then we're going to plot the next one, which is -3, 14. So to the left 3, up 14. So we're going to plot a point right there. Okay, and then we have to connect these 2 points. And then we're going to do -2, 15. So to the left 2, up 15, which would be right here, and then we're going to connect those 2 points. And then we would do 0, 16. Now, if your x-coordinate is 0, that means that you are not moving any right or left. So 0, 16 is going to be to the right or left 0, and then up to 16. Okay, so there's a point right here. So now I'm going to connect those 2. Okay, now once I have plotted all these points, and then remember you're going to connect them in this order. When you get to the point 5, 12, so 5 to the right 5, up 12 is going to be right here. Okay, that'll be the last point that you connect with the rest of that list. Okay, so all of these are connected together. And then this one right here starts a new line. So -4, 11, so it would be to the left 4 and up 11. And then the next one you're going to combine with that is -5, 9. So to the left 5, up 9, okay? And then those 2 will connect with each other. And then you will continue to plot and connect in this order until you get to the stop. And then right here is going to be another new line, okay? So basically this is going to be one continuous line. This will be one continuous line. This will be one continuous line. This will be one continuous line, and I think you guys get the picture, okay? So when you are done, go ahead and make sure you put your name on your mystery picture and turn that into the sub. Whatever you get done during this class period is what you get credit for. So if you do not finish, you turn in what you have done so that I can see who was working and who wasn't. I will not see you until after Christmas, so I hope you guys have an awesome Christmas break. I hope that you get outside. I hope you're able to spend some time with your family and to be able to sleep in. Anyways, I will talk to you January 4th. See you later.